Trump administration, I went back to Washington to meet with senior officials in the new administration to talk about our Georgia policy and to have guidance on what they would like their first message to the Georgian government to be. I came back from those meetings and I met with the foreign minister, and I laid out for her very clearly 2 or 3 steps GD could take to help set our relationship back on track. 3 days later, again, I wouldn't usually comment on this, but the Prime Minister himself mentioned it, GD leadership sent a letter to me for the Trump administration, a private letter, this is not the public letter, which frankly was threatening, insulting, unserious, and was received extremely poorly in Washington, extremely poorly. So it took us a while to come up with a response. That's true. And I think it took a while because people were so surprised to get such a correspondence from leadership of one country to my country. In the meantime, while we were coming up with our response, the Prime Minister issued an open letter. And then I went to the Prime Minister and said, I have a response from Secretary Rubio that he has asked me to deliver to Bidzina Ivanishvili. And Bidzina Ivanishvili said no. I'm happy to meet with the Prime Minister anytime. He didn't ask to meet with me separately, but I was told to deliver this correspondence from the Trump administration directly to Bidzina Ivanishvili, and he said no. I wasn't asked to deliver it to the Prime Minister. So the crazy thing is...
Did you ask in Washington why to Bidzina Ivanishvili and not to the Prime Minister?
I think most people in the world recognize that Bidzina Ivanishvili runs the government. The crazy thing is that the asks of how to get the relationship back on track aren't that hard. One of the first steps would be stop the anti-American rhetoric. Stop saying things that aren't true about the United States. And there's a lot that GD says that is not true about the United States, that we tried to start a second front here, not true. That my predecessor tried to foment revolution here, not true. That our strategic partnership is a partnership on paper only, not true. That I'm being recalled by my government, not true. I can go on and on.